Hey everyone, welcome. I have pulled out my Kuan Yin deck. I absolutely love this deck. I don't use it very much. I don't know why. I guess because it is such an in-depth um, deck to where sometimes the pages can be, 4 or 5 pages of explanation of what the card is about. But today I am guided to use this Kuan Yin deck, and I love Kuan Yin. And I know I have a viewer of mine that actually messaged me and said that Kuan Yin is one of her favorite goddesses, and she represents that compassion and wisdom for her. So I want to give a shout out to her and thank her for her patronage here, for putting her energy into the mix, and for very likely bringing on Kuan Yin. Okay, so let's see what Kuan Yin wants to bring to us today for a message for this collective. Sisters of the Sun Rising. Okay, so this has something to do with some kind of partnership, some kind of tribe. That kind of thing is what this card is talking to me about as I look at it. So let me see. I'm going to actually go to the book because let me see how many pages this is. 4. So I'm just going to read at the beginning here what it says and get a gist of what they want. Like this is a 10 as well. The 2 and the 8 become a 10, okay, which is endings and beginnings. You are a highly creative being with the potential to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects, work, dreams, and hobbies. The power of collaboration, choosing to work with others in joint projects, allows for synergy to occur where you can grow stronger and become more than the sum of your individual parts. Calling in great cosmic assistance and potency, you are guided to remain open to other souls joining forces with you, just like the Sisters of the Sun Rising that bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors. When you allow for aligned group effort, much that is wonderful can occur. Wonderful. That is the exact energy that I felt of this, is that it is a group, a soul tribe kind of energy. So you may be within a group where you find there's a lot of power. I actually have a group of friends. They began as students of mine and they have become great friends and they know who they are. They are very, very powerful, um, powerful beings. And I know when we get together, the energy multiplies and expands. It creates much more than can be done on an individual basis because it multiplies the manifestation. And that's what this is talking to me about, is the ability to multiply that manifestation in working with others and in finding that heart connection to others. Okay? Kuan Yin is all about compassion. So this may also involve forgiveness of someone, okay, within that tribe somehow. Not sure where that's coming from. Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Yeah, this is definitely, this tribe here is someone that has been here for a very, very long time. Okay, whoever this is, these are old souls that are coming together. Old souls, ancient souls that have been here since the beginning of time. You have been here with such great purpose. I am seeing the sun in behind here that is really shining upon the manifestation. You have divine protection around you, and you have the the shining of the divine light upon you. You are blessed within your journey. You were chosen and you chose to come here within this journey, along with these soul sisters here, okay, that you will be finding upon your soul journey. Something is going to bring this together in some way, some event, something, okay? Something that is destined to happen. You aren't going to have to do anything to make it happen. It's going to happen. Just don't resist it when it happens. Okay, don't say, oh, I want to be alone. I want to do this alone. No. Allow the expansion to come because of group effort. Okay? Warrior woman. Yeah. Have you answered the deepest calling? Your deepest calling. What is it? What are you being called for? Not just something simple. Something, and actually, they're saying it is simple. What is it that is closest to your heart? That is your deepest calling. Protection. Like I said, you are protected. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Mm. Yeah. Well, and I mean, the sword is here even for the cutting of the cords. This card shows seven beings on it, which makes me think that there may be seven, and seven is a very divine number. And I've also had recently come forward seven sacred places or seven wonders of the world, that kind of energy. Somehow it can be within grid clearing, or perhaps you are from seven different areas, okay, that you're not within the um, that same earthly place, that you are connecting more through an online presence, and that you come from different places. Like, this is talking to me about connection of energy here. There's something about this. They're doing this sign. What is that? Hiding their eyes from the light? I see the light. Okay. Okay. Eclipse. There's an eclipse here. So there's going, and this has come forward in another reading. I remember it coming forward, something about an eclipse season or something that is happening. I think if I'm not mistaken, their eclipse season begins in September. This is seven people, but September is the ninth month. But there's something about that. So there might be something that happens with an eclipse. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what else. I feel a lot of water connection as well um, within this group. Dolphin, whale, octopus. Ooh, that one wanted to be seen. Paradigm shift. Yeah, there's something is going to definitely come into your awareness here that's going to shift the way you do things. And I really, really feel like it's going to be, coming back into that soul family with this, and this one says longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. It feels like you're going to be coming back into that tribe. Starseed elemental, yeah. You guys are definitely star seeds here, which I'm not surprised. You wouldn't be in my tribe if you weren't star seeds, because I'm a star seed. I know I'm a star seed. I was told I've been here since the beginning of time. So if you're here with me, you guys are here with a really deep purpose, much more than just um, earthly material things. You are here with a deep soul purpose. And if people don't feel that resonance within them, they probably aren't going to follow me, which is why sometimes I don't get people that do follow me, why I have a smaller tribe, because of the energy, the frequency that is here, the frequency of myself and the messages that I deliver within both of my channels are a very new frequency, and a frequency of acceptance of all beings, you know, setting boundaries to take care of the self, knowing the importance of self, the love of self, the forgiveness of all others, compassion for all others, love for all others. However, within that love for all others, you must learn to love yourself first. And in doing that, sometimes you need to put up boundaries that really enforce the expectation of how you are treated, and that you treat others in the same way. And if they are not able to do that, if they are not in that state of awareness, then they, are not sitting within this energy. And it is simply not being in the awareness. And maybe they'll come back to this energy, right? We don't know. It is all a mystery. It is a great mystery. They're telling me there's one more here with this. You didn't tell me there was like, new blueprints, yeah. And you guys, I just got done saying this, that we are in a new energy, in the paradigm shift, and with the new blueprints, we are basically doing that. We are mapping our new blueprints with this new frequency, this new energy. And everything is new to us. So it is a new adventure. We are finding our way, and we have the ability to be able to create that. So let's create it in the highest frequency possibly, that frequency of love that surrounds us. It's a new energy. It's unknown. It's a very high frequency, and you're only here if you are sitting in that aspect of love, because you're not going to be sitting in a new frequency if you're not, because all of the old denser frequencies have already been felt on the planet. Okay? It is a higher state of love. It is a more, how can I explain this? It is more of a God love, a source love, more of an understanding of what you put out comes back to you. We magnetize what we are. So first we must love ourselves. In order to receive love, we must love ourselves. So really magnetizing that, that source love, sitting in that energy of love. Okay? And when we do that, you will notice people around you, like you will shine. Look at that self-worth as I say that. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. That's beautiful. knowing who you are, the worth of who you are, but knowing that you're no better than anybody else. You simply put in the work that has brought you here. Okay? It's not that you're above or anything. You have worked really, really hard to get here. And in doing that, you have earned this place and you have broke through into a new frequency. And they channeled me, might have been the magician on my other channel, the Dragon Mother, about a month or so ago, about how we had risen above the expectation of what they had expected us to do when we were sent here. We went above and beyond. Made an example of ourselves. We didn't only, just watch. We participated. We participated. We walked through that darkness. We worked with the shadow. We worked with others' shadows. We put in the work and the time. And every time we were knocked down, we got back up again. And through it all, our heart remained open. We loved through it. And that is why you are going through this shift here. You are creating a new blueprint for the world. A new world. And you're part of that. You're here. How exciting is that? Love it. And there is, on the bottom of the deck, is cosmic connection. Look at this. Like I said, you worked on the shadows, right? You did the work. And there is intuition. And I'm going to leave this cosmic connection card here because I feel like it is important. You have connected at a cosmic level, and that is why you're here. And it's interesting because I called my channel at one point. I've changed the name several times, trying to find something that really speaks to who I am as an individual. And I had called it Cosmic Communicator at one time, Cosmic Connection. Okay, so let us see. Finding our soul tribe and working together. Yeah, and as you do that, I really feel that it will grow. Like it will grow more and more. Okay, let's see what the bottom of the deck is here. King of Water. Well balanced. Well balanced. I don't like to set my decks one on top of the other one. I think it's rude to mix the energy. But. All right. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. Here is the moon. What has been hidden? You guys, I have to mention this. I wasn't going to say anything. But here within the moon, you see these stars here? And I was going to say they're throwing these stars down. Like these are stars. When you wish upon a star. And then the next card I get is the Nine of Fire, which I always say is pulling in. A manifestation, a wish. And there it is coming from the heavens. And there you are. You may even be working with, spell work or that kind of thing. Affirmations, words in some way. Six of Air, yeah, moving into calmer waters. Moving into calmer waters. You may even travel. Like I said, the seven wonders, that kind of thing. Three of fire is, again, traveling to someplace new, a new venture. Five of air, pulling in, you know, soul family here, balancing. And here is the five of water. So you have two fives here. Five, five. Fives are about challenges, but change, right? For the better. They help us to change for the better because they challenge us. Just like she is here on this tightrope. That's a little bit of a difficult thing to balance on. But she is learning how to balance. It's really beautiful energy, you guys. Finding your tribe, and that is what this, to me, talks about. Give a couple of cosmic cards here. These cards are so slippery. I think that supernova came up recently. Okay. A little more than I expected, but supernova. Your ability to connect with the physical world and to find comfort in simplicity offers you a profound source of strength and resilience. That's beautiful. Connecting. Really connecting there. South Node. Be vigilant about old patterns that may hinder your progress and embrace the lessons they offer. Integrate that wisdom into your present and future. So don't get stuck in, I got to do it alone. Virgo. Your pursuit of excellence is admirable, but let self-compassion guide you. Kuan Yin is all about compassion. Perfection lies not in lawlessness, but in the authenticity of the heart and soul. Beautiful. Neptune. Tap into the unseen dimensions of reality and journey beyond the physical to explore the depths of your soul's connection with the cosmos. And we have cosmic connection here. There. And then we have Pisces. I'm Pisces. You embody the essence of empathy and affection. But just as you extend your compassion to others, remember to be compassionate to yourself. And again, compassion comes forward with Kuan Yin. Really finding that, that compassion, that heart energy, which is really what it is about. It's about understanding and loving others through the pain. Understanding that, we have choices here that we make. And we can't make choices for others, but we can love them through it. We can love them through it because we have sometimes made choices that weren't in the best interest either of ourselves or of others. So we are just being asked to be compassionate, to be loving, to be joyful, to create in this new energy. We have an opportunity with this new blueprint here to create something really, really beautiful for the world, something to endure that is filled with love, joy. Not that there won't be any suffering at all, but it will be heart led. Sometimes we get hurt even when, we follow our heart, we might hurt somebody else. And that is more the suffering that we're looking at in this new earth. Okay. All right, beautiful souls. Again, thank you for joining me here for co-creating on my channel. If you have a moment, please click that like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I love to hear how you're doing, if this resonates with you, and how you're feeling, how you're doing. And until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide.